Hello, welcome back to Farz's Gaming. My name is Ben and Sarah. We continue on with Ever17. So last time out we restarted the game. So we haven't really done too much so far, just kind of getting reintroduced to all the characters again. And let's see here. Got punched by the Tanuki right at the end of the last one. So we're just gonna go ahead and tell you that it was totally the Tanuki.
Tanukiが俺にボディーブローを
That Tanuki caught me with a body blow. Huh? The employee gave him a surprised look.
殴られたんだよいきなりあのタヌキに
I got sucker punched by that Tanuki. He pointed at the big Tanuki. And the Tanuki's expression didn't change, but it turned and started to run. The Tanuki's silhouette ran slightly away into the distance, and in an instant it had disappeared down the walkway. That is, The staffer looked after the Tanuki as she spoke. That's not a Tanuki, that's a lemur.
レミュール
No, what? He rubbed his still aching stomach as he spoke. Yes, a lemur. You know, a fox-like monkey. Its name is Mew Mew. The Mew had been named after the continent of Lemuria, a legendary land. According to the British zoologist Schlater, the Lemurian continent preceded the existence of islands scattered throughout the Indian Ocean. Lemurs were scattered throughout Africa, the island of Madagascar, Asia, and Indonesia. While investigating the distribution of these fox monkeys, Schlater came to believe the continent had existed in the Indian Ocean, adopting the British geologist Branford's hypothesis. He named this continent Lemuria. Moreover, the German zoologist Haeckel contended that this continent was the origin of mankind. It is one of the Mew's mascots. What happened to you, Ella?
いやもういいんだ
No, I'm fine now. Don't worry about me.
もう済んだから
It's over anyway. Oh, I see. The staffer disappeared. I see. That was a Tanuki. That was Mew Mew. He wasn't sure why Mew Mew had hauled off and punched him, but he knew that wondering about it wouldn't help. So he decided to forget about it. He needed to be getting somewhere.
もう少し自力で探してみるか
I'll look around on my own a little more. He muttered this as he composed himself. He knew that there should be several attractions at the other end of this corridor. His friends might have been looking for him as they waited in line.
でどっちに行きゃいいんだ
There's some really great friends he's got there. So, which way should I go? His legs were so tired he could barely move. This is the world's worst theme park. And that was exactly how he felt. Oh well. Hit by a slight dizzy spell, he leaned against the wall.
何なんだ一体
He sighed. He was fully and utterly beat. The staffer that had just been talking to him had vanished somewhere. He wasn't around either. He had lost sight of that other girl as well. He was alone again.
ここに何しに来たんだっけ僕は
What did I come here for? He thought that maybe he should have waited where he was before, after all. Having lost his destination, he rode the elevator from the aquarium and returned to basement floor 2. Basement floor 2, Svitostock. Second floor. I screwed up. Rest area's down one more level. He felt like he had come a long way from the elevator room. He didn't know which path he should take to go down. Which way?
ちょっとこっちに来てくれない
Could you come here for a moment? A voice called to him from somewhere. From somewhere. From the shadows of the path, the owner of the voice was beckoning to him. But the hand did not belong to a human.
ほら早く来てよ
Look, hurry up, will you? It was the whispering voice of a young woman. Her bulky black arm was swaying rhythmically. Disturbed by the difference between the voice and its owner's appearance, he moved hypnotized in its direction. The hand and arm clearly belonged to Tanuki. This is a big Tanuki.
ここどこだかわかる？
Do you know where we are? He was led by the Tanuki into a room at the end of the walkway. Or rather, packed into it.
ここは
Isn't this the girl's changing room? He saw a uniform, likely the one you had been wearing, packed away inside an open locker. Hey, I can even see some women's underwear. Your room smelled like perfume. The air was saturated with a scent so strong it almost made him choke. The smell was about to overwhelm him. He struggled to get his mind under control and maintain his focus.
ねえ、ここどこだかわかる？
Do you know where we are? Tsunuki asked the same question again. Come to think of it, why was she a Tanuki anyway? Also, why do they keep thinking it's a Tanuki? It doesn't... I don't know. I guess it doesn't entirely look like a Tanuki, but doesn't quite look like a lemur either. I don't know. It's a really weird costume. Anyway, he had no clue.
ここは
This
更衣室。
is the changing room. She said this before he could
更
answer.
衣室っていうのは
Changing rooms are
内緒の行為をするところ。
a place to keep secrets away from prying eyes. She said this quietly.
行為
Secrets. Suddenly his vision faded. Everything went completely dark. Huh?
それ預かっておいてくれる？
Will you look after this for me? What? Look after? You didn't understand.
ほら、ちゃんと着せてあげるから。
Here, I'll help you put it on right. Wear it. He had no idea what she was talking about. I'm gonna let those weird sound effects stand on their own there. He didn't understand why, but he couldn't move. He was powerless to resist her and let her do what she wanted. In a moment, something completely covered his body.
これでよし。
This should do it.
じゃあ、あとはお願いね。
Alright then, I'll leave the rest to you. And the light sound of her footsteps faded into the distance. The last thing he heard was the click of a door shutting. He heard the sound, but he didn't see her leave. What did she do to me? His face felt heavy, his body felt heavy. He had tunnel vision. For some reason, his body was bristling with hair. Could it be that this is the mascot outfit? When he shook his head, it made it sound like bristles brushing something. And there's a smell. There's some other scent from inside the costume. A sweet smell that made him dizzy. It pierced deep into his brain. Before he knew what was going on, he'd opened the door and was shuffling out into the pathway. Ugh! Without thinking, he let out a cry. He had found it. It's that Tanuki. He had just been told there's not a Tanuki, but Mew Mew or a fox-like monkey, but that information already disappeared from his mind. I forgot its name. It doesn't matter though, he just hit me and ran away. He didn't want revenge. But he did want to ask it why it had done what it did. Without a sound, he slowly approached the Tanuki mascot Mew Mew. And as soon as he got behind it, he quickly grabbed the costume by the head. There.
誰？
Who are you?
お前こそ誰だ？
Shit, I should be asking you that.
いきなりあんなことしやがって。
Why would you do something like that?
あんなことって
What did I do?
しらばっくれるな。
Don't play dumb with me.
何のことだかわからないよ。
I have no idea what you're talking about.
お前だろう、俺を殴ったのは。
Dude, you punched me.
違うよ、違う。知らない。
No, I didn't. I have no idea what you mean.
嘘つけ、忘れたのか？
Liar, what? Did you forget?
嘘じゃない。女の人が
I'm not lying. This girl
突然この着ぐるみを渡してきて。
gave me this outfit out of nowhere and
あれ、お前そういやさっき会ったっけ？いつの間に着替えたんだ？
what? You just met her? When did you change?
今来たばっかりだよ、僕は。
I just put it on. I
今来たばっかり？おい、何言ってるんだ？
just put it on. What are you talking
だ
about?
けど、どうしてこんな、
Why do this?
こんな。
This. And at that point, the Tanuki collapsed. He collapsed in full Mimian regalia.
どうしたおい
What? Hey! Takeshi shook his shoulders, but there's no
誰か
response.
来てくれなんだか様子がおかしい
Somebody come quick, something's not right here. He yelled. Visitors watched from a distance.
どうしました
Oh. Total aside, I still like this kid with the random, like, Pokemon hat. I know that's not what it is, but it totally looks like one. Whatever, anyway. Getting distracted. What's the matter? A female employee had heard the fuss and came running.
ああんたさっきのちょっとこいつ急に倒れて
You're that girl from before. This guy just collapsed all of a sudden.
ちょっと見せて
Let me see. The employee took the pulse of the fallen youth. Takeshi wondered if she had any medical knowledge.
大丈夫だけどこのままにはしておけないね
He's alright. We can't leave him here like
手
this.
伝うよ
Oh,
お願い
great, thanks. Why had this happen? He had no idea. No idea. Where he was, where he had gone. Shaken, feeling ill. He could feel hair from the costume rubbing along both of his sides as two people carried him. Rubbing. He wished they'd get that mascot suit off him quickly. The fur felt nasty. It was hot. So hot. So hot he couldn't stand it. And the heat made him feel faint. His consciousness felt like he would drift away. Why did this happen? It was strange. So strange. It wasn't him or her. He heard a different voice from somewhere. He had been hauled to the infirmary.
でもなんだろう貧血
Wonder what it could be. Is he anemic?
着ぐるみが暑かったんじゃないか着慣れないみたいだったから
Maybe it's a mascot suit. Maybe he couldn't get used to wearing it.
ありえるね熱射病かな
It's possible. It could be heat exhaustion.
まあなんとかなりそうか
Does it look like you'd be okay?
重い病気じゃなさそうだししばらく休ませておけば大丈夫だよ
It doesn't appear to be anything serious. A little rest and he should be fine.
そっか
I see.
ありがとう手伝ってくれてあとは私が見るから
Thanks for your help. I'll take it from here.
あそれじゃあ頼むよ
Alright then. He opened the sliding door and left the room.
人助けか
Ugh, saving people can sure be stressful.
俺はここに何しに来たんだっけな
What was it I came here to do? A cool breeze was blowing along the walkway. Breeze, but where is it coming from? He wondered where he had come from. He saw something faintly, a ceiling, sheets, a bed. He had been put to sleep on a bed. On a bed in the infirmary, he saw something again. Below the sick room bed. Who's on the bed below? Who is this? This isn't me. Of course not. He decided to go further down the hall. The third floor underground, they'd called the Trittastock. The guys, they gotta be lined up waiting for crowded rides somewhere.
あすいません乗ります
Hey, sorry, I'm getting in. He dashed in the elevator. The doors reopened silently and closed again. Huh? One other person had gotten on. A girl. Like a young woman, I guess. One girl had gotten on. She was about high school age. The elevator floated upward an instant before descending. There was a faint sound of movement and vibration, and then his eyes met with the girl's. He wondered why. The girl stared at him suspiciously.
何
What?
何なのあなた
Just who are you?
どうしてこんなところにいるの
Why are you here?
なんでついてくるのよ
Why are you following me? We're gonna stay silent again. She avoided his eyes. He felt like the air around him had suddenly gotten much heavier. Apparently that gentle clicking sound was a boom. Jolting suddenly, the elevator stopped. He looked at the ceiling. The lights flickered unsteadily.
なんだ
What was
ま
that?
さか
It couldn't be.
まさかまさか何なんだよ
Couldn't be. Couldn't be what? Couldn't be. He wondered if something had gone terribly wrong. It was strange. Very strange. Who's this? Oh, it's her. Interesting, okay. I didn't pick up on this last time, obviously, but yeah, that's the scene from when Sarah's like weirdly caressing his thumb when they're waiting at the the generator room. Interesting. Okay. We finally met. I've been looking for you this whole time, but his voice didn't reach her. He couldn't hear her voice either, no matter how much he tried. No sounds reached him now. Damn, what's going on? But he saw a figure faintly. He was able to make sure. He can see himself and the girl talking over there. He saw it on the other side. I can see myself over there? He watched. And he watched. That's strange. No, it's odd. If I'm watching them, then who's the me watching me? Something felt out of place. Now he knew the truth and his lips trembled. Who is that? Who could the me over there be? He couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. It was like a dream. It was like he was watching the continuation of a dream. But a dream couldn't have felt so powerfully raw. All the screaming, and the sound of running feet, the shrill wailing of sirens. That wasn't a dream or an illusion. Could it be? Do you know something about this? I don't know anything. Do you know something? How could I know anything? The lights gradually dimmed and finally went out. Why? He had no idea. He didn't know. There's no way he could know. But there on the bed, there on the bed, there. The bed below, the bed on top, the bed below. Who are you? Who? Stop. Please stop. Don't come out. Please don't come out. Stay inside. Don't crawl out of there. Stop. Please. Stop. No, there's nothing to fear. It was alright. Because there was no longer anyone. Because there was no one there. Hey, who's there? Is there somebody there? I'm here. I'm still in here. Somebody, get me out of here. Answer me, please. Isn't there anyone there? Nobody answered. The surroundings were filled with silence. What? Is anybody there? So I'm alone. He burst out with laughter, the ultimate feeling of liberation. There's no one to restrain him now. And he ran, but no one stopped him. Getting there was easy. All that was left was to aim for the center. Just take a step. It was simple. He threw his body into the water. He sank. Deeper, deeper, and deeper. Sound died away. A brace of unbelievably pure silence. Not even a beam of light pierced the darkness. All I could hear was repetitive, heavy breathing. He lost himself, his mind short-circuiting. His vision narrowed and was overrun with blue. Deep blue. Blue. Something was strange. He wondered if it really was blue. Even though he was perfectly still, it seemed as if his heart was racing. Sweat poured off of him. His breathing was ragged and labored. Gradually, his consciousness dissolved into the darkness. Black. Endless black. There's no mistaking it this time. Everything was stained black. There were no boundaries to this color. His ears hurt. The ringing in them wouldn't stop. He felt pressure expanding in his lungs. He felt queasy, sick to his stomach. The air pressure is dropping. I forgot I need to pop my ears. With a pop, the air building inside his ears was released. Ah, damn. Which way's the exit? Pitch black. Nothing moved. He didn't move either. There wasn't any sign of a breeze. He didn't hear anything. Just echoes from something invisible. Time froze to a stop. If he stopped here, he felt like he would forget that he was even alive. It was his intuition. Only a little more. No, it was no good. He had to get out, but he didn't even know which direction to go. He had to get himself out of this darkness. Had to. But what could he do? What could... He didn't know. He didn't know. Just then, he felt a faint, warm light. Light? A blade of light slicing through the flat world of darkness, and he knew the direction was over there, and that there might be a way out, if he could get over there. Cool, alright. So, who am I? I'll put us back on the kids' route, but if we're trying to do Sora's route this time, we gotta go here so we can be Takeshi. So, I've gotta find them. I quietly... something. Open the door. There we go, jeez. I turn the knob, and the door of the elevator opens slowly.
System Wiederaufnahme.
System Wiederaufnahme. I heard the mechanical announcement, but didn't understand what it meant. The battery's probably dead. I pushed the button, but my PDA didn't respond. Thanks to the help of the backlight of my display, I had found the emergency manual opening mechanism for the door. Hey, are you alive? I spoke to the girl. Yes. She looked a little tired. The floor was silent. I heard the sound of water flowing somewhere. It was a muffled sound, but there's no sign of anyone around. What's going on here?
さあね。
Don't know. Let's go see if we can find anyone else. We went into the corridor. Most of the doors were locked, as if to keep us from intruding. We found a floor directory, so we decided to look around the rooms listed on it. We came out to an open space. It was called the rest area. On the floor, there was scattered a mess of bags, a pair of shoes, wrapping paper from a souvenir shop, and other stuff. As I'd expected, there's no one there. There's a thick set of shutters in the circular space in the center of the area. I laughed an empty laugh. I wonder if this area is under construction. That's probably why no one's here. Yeah, I'll bet that's why. And Tsugumi is just staring dumbfounded at him. Well, let's try the next place. We continued down the path we've been walking. The door down the corridor was shut firmly. Doesn't this door open?
無理じゃない? スイッチもないみたいだし.
I don't think it will. I don't see a switch. We chose a corridor which was open and walked slowly down it. We didn't come across anyone. It felt like we were walking a route that someone had set up for us. A door on the side of the corridor had been left open and we went in. There was a stand selling tuna sandwiches. It smelled like they had been cooking until recently. Hey, mister, I'll take 2 of the sandwiches that are on half price on weekdays. Yeah, if only someone were here. Looks like he ran off and left his stand. Doesn't he have any pride? Huh? There aren't any other customers here. Business isn't exactly booming, is it? I'm hungry. Wasted too much energy walking around. My friends take off somewhere without telling me. Don't you think that's rude?
別に?
Not really.
あなたのことはどうでもいい.
We just met and I don't particularly care about you. Okay, whatever you say. We returned to the corridor we come from, turned at an intersection, looked for other rooms. Everywhere looked the same. I wonder if everyone's hiding somewhere. Oh yeah, because the thousands of people that were clearly just here a few minutes ago are just hiding somewhere. Maybe they're trying to surprise us.
なぜ? どうしてそう思うの?
What? Why do you think so? Well, it's just kind of a feeling. I had to speak to stay calm. I felt like if I went quiet, I would turn to the darkness before. In the room we next went in, ruins were awaiting us. The Marian ruins. They are filled with silence. If it weren't for the paper garbage strewn across the floor, it would have been hard to believe that anyone had been around. Yeah, where is everybody? Hey, give me a break here. Where'd everybody go? There's a limit to how far you can take a joke. Ugh. Why doesn't anyone come out? I sank to the floor. I didn't know why, but I was having trouble breathing. Against my will, I started to sweat. What do you think? What happened here? Why haven't we seen anyone?
さあ、確かなことは一つだけ。
I don't know. There's only one thing for sure. She said this without changing the expression on her face.
ただごとじゃない。
This is not normal.
このままだと
If this keeps up,
すごく危険。
we could be in danger.
そうでしょ？
Don't you think so? She stared at me with calm eyes. I thought I heard a low groan from somewhere. I swallowed nervously. I nodded uncomfortably. The next instant, the girl dashed to the other side of the corridor. I quickly stood up and followed her. I was exhausted, but I used every ounce of my power to push ahead. We jumped into a small entrance on the side of the corridor. We headed up. We started climbing upstairs at top speed. We ignored our pounding hearts. We simply ran. We ran without looking back. We ran. We reached the top floor, and I put my hand on the emergency hatch connected to the floating island. The knob didn't budge. Ugh, damn it, why won't it open? The whole structure rocked. The hatch gave up a squeaking sound, and the knob bent unnaturally. So Takeshi just yells an interrobang. Great. This way! The girl screamed. We rushed back to the stairs again. We had no time to go down each step. We jumped down toward the direction where we could see the corridor. The impact of the ground rattled my knees terribly, but I ignored the pain. I was out of breath. I gasped. Why is he just going through all the vowels? Safe place, Pokemon. The girl's expression didn't change. Anyway, she hasn't lost her breath much after running that hard. Hey, don't you want to rest? I want to rest.
どうぞ、ご勝手に。
Go ahead, do what you want. Fine then. I sat down on the floor. The girl walked slowly ahead down the corridor. We could see hundreds of colorful fish swimming comfortably outside of the windows. The room was quiet too. It was just the two of us, me and her. And then I remembered I still didn't know who she was. She told me to do what I want, but until then we've been trying to escape together. I wondered what she was all about. It was all a mystery to me.
誰？
Who? Her voice caused me to look up. She hadn't said it to me. Hey, was somebody there? I asked this as I stood. The girl stood still. Her eyes were focused in the distance. I followed her gaze. A lady had appeared where there had been no sign of anyone a moment before. She was dressed as a park employee, with the window cracking quite ominously behind her. I hadn't heard any footsteps. What in the... What did she get?
逃げてください。
From here.
ダメです。ここから早く逃げて。
This area is not safe. Please escape.
逃げてください。お願いします。
Please, please, you must escape from here.
危ないんです。危険なんです。
It's dangerous. It's dangerous. She looked slightly panicked. Hey, calm down. What's happened? What's dangerous? Stay calm. Explain what's going on.
お客様、早く。速やかな避難を。予想外のトラブルが。
You need to escape. We've had unexpected trouble.
レベルデルタ。ティーフ・ブラウン。
Level Delta Teeth Blau. She mumbled this again.
逃げてください。逃げて。
Please escape. Please.
お願い。逃げて。
Please get out of here. Glass shattered. A massive amount of seawater, and countless fish came flooding in. It was as if they were attacking me. That was kind of a cool little cinematic. What are you doing? Hurry. Ugh. The force of the water and destruction was incredible. The approaching swell mowed down everything in its path. It swirled and swallowed debris on the floor, someone's dropped purse, a floor guide for the facility, anything and everything it encountered. I wonder how fast that water's moving. Ridiculous thoughts flashed through my mind. And I wonder how fast I can run. There's no guarantee the water wouldn't catch me. Whoa, whoa! I ran frantically and jumped in the air. There's water flowing underfoot. Ugh. I slipped. I knew this was bad. If I took a spill, I'd be sleeping with these fish. You are so much trouble. I was carried along into the air. The girl grabbed my arm and yanked me forward with incredible force. She ran lithely like a tiny gazelle, and her speed, it felt like I had just hopped into a car. It almost felt as though she might rip my arm off. Her strength is unbelievable. Hurry. I know. Takeshi's just interrogating again. And even harder to believe is that the park attendant was running ahead of us, leading the way. When did she... It looked like she'd just been sucked into the swirling waters ahead, but no. Damn. This is no good. It's not functioning. Go back. There's no time. We bounded from the slope into another corridor. Oh, crap, which way do we take to get out of here? We all ran without stopping, looking for an exit. It's a dead end. Ah! Can we go through here? Yes. I'm going. Hey, this isn't a corridor. Ah! She kicked through some metal mesh and into big air exhaust ducts. There was a sloping pipe-like tube. We shot down the incline, stumbling. It sounded like there's a crazed froth of angry water roaring behind me. No, I was already caught up in it. Everyone was just flushed along. We were spun in circles. I had no idea which way was up and which down. And then we were all spit out in a corridor on the lower level. Saved by a hair, the shutter on the duct clanks shut solidly behind us. The flow of water finally stops. Nice. Alright. Well, that little bit of drama out of the way, that feels like it's a good place to end to come call for today. So, as always, thank you all very much for watching, and I hope to see you all next time.